What's up, world? My name is Brianna, and I welcome you to the very first episode of Virtual Style Mania, where you can find blogs, behind the scene footage, real discussions on various topics, as well as interviews and collaborations with people from all walks of life living their best lives out loud. We've got our first guest and band sensation, Kneverlette.
Yay! Woo!
Woo! I'm so excited to have you all.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yes, hello. I'd like for each of you to introduce yourselves with your name and the part you play in Kneverlette.
Okay, well, I'm Javi Sanchez. I play guitar, and I'm the founding member of the band.
Nice.
I'm Stephanie Hobson. I sing and I write lyrics.
I'm Rusty Shackelford. My name is Jared and I play bass.
Nice. Wonderful. Okay. So when did you all start playing the electric guitar, bass, and singing and songwriting?
Well, okay, I guess for me, I actually started with my very first love, which is bass guitar. Always loved the low end, but eventually my parents decided to expand my musical endeavors and got me a guitar, and that was well over 10 years ago. For Neverland, I decided I wanted to play guitar instead of playing bass, just because I feel like I had a different flow in guitar. So about 10 years I've been playing guitar. For about 12 I've been playing bass.
Wow, nice. Right.
Oh,
Everyone wants to speak.
so singing, I've always had an interest in singing since I was a little girl. I remember I was at church with my mom, and I was probably like 4 or 5, but somehow I conveyed to her that, like, when the choir was singing, I conveyed to her, like, I want to do that. I want to be on stage. And she got me on stage somehow, and they, like, inducted me into the choir. And then I never went to a practice.
Mm-hmm.
And in writing, I always tried to write. I don't know. That's it.
That's good.
Just naturally took y'all in.
Well, I started playing the guitar about 7 years ago. Mainly just trapping myself in my room and learning my favorite high school songs. And then he asked me to play bass for the band about 2 years ago. And I just try to make the songs like jumpy and fun and
Yeah, it's a nice contrast.
and give
we
it a
got.
little life, I guess.
Yeah, it's a nice contrast. You got again,
Yeah.
bass player playing guitar like a bass, and then the bass player playing bass like a guitar. That's a good mix. At least so far.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. So that leads into my next question. How did you all meet, and how many years have you all been together?
Oh man. Well, with me, there are actually other members of the band before we met at this again was about 10 years ago. I would say like 9 maybe. They just happened to meet me randomly when I was working at Dunkin' Donuts at the time, and a band just started. Unfortunately, they didn't last very long, but within that time, I actually met Jared at Guitar Center. He joined me randomly for when I was teaching an acoustic class. He just wouldn't shut up. He just kept doing this, and I was like, okay, he likes to noodle. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, I actually, my first year of playing, I went to go buy a little practice amp, and he actually sold me the amp.
Nice.
And a year later, yeah, I went to the acoustic class, and it was just me and some other kind of middle-aged man. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I just kept playing something noodly, and he asked me to join.
Yeah, I was very interested. And then there's Stephanie. She walked in just again, Guitar Center. Met her at Guitar Center. Walked in randomly, bought an instrument eventually, and then I sent her a message. I forgot if it was just a
Let me
regular
tell a
follow up.
story.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes, Javi is a very good salesman.
Cool.
I met Javi in, I think it was 2014. I was buying a guitar. Yep, 2014.
Oh man.
And I was in, what's that room called? Is that the acoustic room?
Yeah, acoustic room. We have all the acoustics.
I wandered in there. He wandered in there, being a good salesman, trying to get an assess like what product I wanted, or if I knew what I was, if I'm a real musician, probably feeling me out. And yes, I guess I'm a perpetrator, or I'm new. I play very little guitar, and he was just, he kind of did typical stuff. He would pull down different guitars and play. He'd be like, yeah, I totally play this in my band, and like my ears perked up because like at the time it was like I was in school and I had to walk away from gospel choir and I sucked. And like when he mentioned that he had a band, like it seemed ordained as like it's an opportunity to sing or whatever. And then it kind of happened quickly. I expressed interest and it didn't. Anyway, we exchanged emails. I bought the guitar that day, I think.
No, it was a little bit after.
A little bit after. So I got his email in 2014. I didn't email him back until 2015 because I was a punk.
You messed me. I'm like, who is this?
I know. It was just that as exciting as it was to be connected to you and a band, I was scared because I didn't have like a rock background. I was like, I'm not what they're looking for.
I wasn't looking for a rock singer either.
And then I met Jared when I auditioned.
It was fun.
So and after she messaged you, didn't you like come to the practice only like 2 weeks later too?
Yeah, it happens really quick.
Took a while.
Even though it was a stretch of time.
Nice. So it sounds like, everything just kind of fell into place naturally.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, you guys seem to have like a very natural chemistry with each other, and you guys just kind of
we have fun.
Mesh together well.
Yeah. Kind of banter a lot. It's just a lot of incoherent babble. Not even about music half the time.
Yeah, so you guys you vibe together.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the songwriting process, I think.
Sure
we come up with a good subject, and maybe it's just something comes up. So it's fun. We all have fun here.
Hey, so it looks like you just have fun together and music comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty dope.
And then she starts singing out of nowhere. I'm like, oh yes! And that's pretty much I'm not lying. That's how I do it. So like, oh, and I just start playing stuff.
Okay, he doesn't say those things out loud, but he will make those like head motions.
I'm pretty sure I make grunty noises too.
A lot.
If you do, we don't hear you.
Oh, she heard me.
Oh, you hear
All the time. It's like, oh.
So you guys basically just have fun together. That's what's up, and create beautiful music as a result.
Living it and creating art, love it.
Definitely try to be friends before bandmates.
That's what's up.
I just feel like the songwriting process, the creation process in general will be much more organic and kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I guess just.
So I feel like you've already answered like one of my questions, which was, what does the creative process look for you all? So
well, now you know.
Yeah, so I do know. Okay. So I have one question here. Out of all the songs you've created, which one is your favorite and why?
Well, if I want to be egotistical, there's a song I wrote called "Sure Enough." I wrote it. I put my all into it at the time. This is a long time ago, way before these two. And I loved it because it was the first song I wrote. But fairly recently, there's one song that gives me goosebumps. It's another song I wrote that I just kind of put in the back burner. And I was having a really bad week. The song's called, well, first of all, the song's called Lee Rocks. It's a reference to an anime you watch. And I was having a really bad week, and these two decided to make me feel better by taking it out of the back burner and writing lyrics and bass lines to it. And I heard it, and I was just immediately just perked up, and like what she did vocally was fantastic, and what he did in regards to bass was just complimented the song really well, and that just became my all-time favorite. Even though it's not like the most like noodly out there, I don't have a solo. There's not a whole lot of guitars punching out through the mix. It gives me goosebumps. Like, oh, they did this, and it's a good. They did good. They made it a song. Nice. It was just an idea, and they actually made it.
Stephanie's idea. She did well.
It was fantastic.
So great job.
And that kind of speaks to like back to our creative process. Javi and Jared, they're kind of like the masterminds with the actual music. And a lot of times they pre-name the songs, or they'll tell me like what they're feeling, or like this is about this. and then I just do my best to write accordingly.
Like the
I
idea.
and I work pretty closely with Jared. Like he helps me a lot. I'll brainstorm and I'll say it. So I share it with both of them, and he'll be like, "Why don't you say it this way?" Or he'll help me create parts. Believe it or not, sing it this way. And then with recording, Javi is more hands on with helping me make sure I sound right. So it's kind of.
You always sound right.
Well, no, not all the time. My favorite song is Carpe Diem. A song pre-named by Javi, and I kind of just wrote accordingly. And
She did a very fantastic job too.
I felt kind of confident with the lyrics. Like, I don't know, it was just a fun writing process, and I feel like the lyrics are kind of telling of, I don't know, what any young person or any person aspires to, like just trying something new and like not limiting yourself and not just sitting on the sidelines, but like just taking action. So that's my favorite song.
My favorite song is we have a. So they all had really ridiculous names before.
Yes.
He comes up with most of them, and they're like super long and unnecessary. The particular, and she renames them to something a little that rolls off the tongue better. So this song in particular, he named it. This song is called "This Is a New Apocalypse."
No, this song is called "A New Apocalypse."
A new apocalypse. Okay.
So the song was called "This Song Is a New Apocalypse." Or something
She
like that,
renamed it "Blossom."
No,
And
that's
it's
good.
just the way she sings rhythmically. It's just really goosebumpy and
Oh, it's great.
yeah, it's kind of soothing. Honestly, it's really nice to listen to, and it's nothing too crazy going on. It's a relatively simple song, and she just makes it completely come to life, and it's really, really nice to listen to.
Nice.
I honestly, when we think about recording, I can't wait to make that song.
Yeah.
Finally become.
Dude,
Because I'm thinking that's the one I've
reality.
heard.
yeah. To expand on that,
Nice.
just if we're on a site called Reverb Nation, reverbnation.com. That's reverbnation.com. That's where you can find our older, just thrown out there songs. So this month we're going to be spending actually recording how we sound, and so hopefully by March, maybe April, we can have like our actual recorded songs up there, so you can hear how we sound now
Awesome.
as opposed to how we sounded 6-7 years ago.
Yay.
Got it.
Yeah, because a lot of our songs
exciting.
do have an old singer.
Yeah.
I think we have
Old
one
band
song
members.
with Stephanie, and it's a shame.
Yeah, we need
It's just one.
the world needs
Got
more of
it.
Stephanie.
Absolutely.
Need more of Neverlette
Need more
collectively.
Stephanie.
Everybody. Everybody get up.
In the fine print, Stephanie is in the middle.
Process really slow. I was like, wait.
All right, so I'm definitely going to be looking out for that because I can't wait to hear that.
Yay.
All right.
I got,
New music coming from Neverlette.
yeah, guys.
So you'll definitely keep us posted about that because we do want to hear that.
Yes.
Okay. So name one goal you would like to achieve through your music.
I guess for me personally is just I want to be able to, through my music, make enough money to where it's almost like having a part-time job or maybe a low-paying full-time job. I want to be able to have that. And once I reach to that point where I'm making that much out of it, I'd be happy. And of course, after that, you can do nothing but just keep going up.
Yeah.
So that's my goal eventually is to be able to make a decent living with that being a big part of my living and my life. That's me personally.
Yeah.
What I like to be able to do out of it.
Go.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to go
Me?
first.
Oh, I don't know. I've always just really liked music, even though I only started recently playing. But I guess I like playing because it's always made me feel good. When I was a kid and I would be like screaming in the car, my dad would play some crazy, like really super metal song. And it would always calm me down, which was weird. It was not a very calming song, but it made me feel better. I guess that's just what I want to do is make people feel better. The same way that I did.
That's a beautiful goal to have.
No.
You know,
I hope some of you get that reference.
music can be
Out there.
very therapeutic.
My goal is kind of similar to Jared, or like with the previous question where Jared was talking about Blossom, saying how it was actually kind of soothing for him, and
And fun.
yeah, I want our music, I don't know, to people to have a connection to it, to have a draw, something that they can relate to or identify with. Like, I've felt that way before, or I don't know, just have a connection with it. It's nothing too, maybe I never really thought about it, but as far as I know, just people getting pleasure out of listening to us. That's all.
Okay. Definitely a good goal to loving the swag.
my.
My swagger is
aside.
so strong right
It's
now.
ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
strong.
This is my corner.
Yes. I'm loving it.
Sorry.
Hat to the back, hat to the side.
Whatever you want, I got it.
Yes, do you, however you got it. Okay. So my next question is, who are some of your musical influences?
Well, my first love was bass. And the very first person I actually looked up when I was trying to learn how to play bass was actually a musician, songwriter, Victor Wooten. He's one of the pioneers of what's called slap bass or thump bass. And he's one of the few bassists who knows how to play solo on a bass. Like he can thump, he can do all kinds of crazy stuff on there. But again, he's a bassist, so he knows when to step back and be the feeling rather than the outline or the guy who pokes their head out of the mix to be noticed. So that taught me a lot when I would listen to his music. I would notice that he would play a solo for one song, then maybe the next song where it's like the whole band, he would actually step back and let the band play what they play, and then he would stick back and just hover around the bass area. So he was very good dynamically, and that's what helped shape me into the musician I am now. I feel like everybody has their place in the band, but it's not bad to learn how to be a soloist in one way or another. So he really helped shape the kind of musician that I am now.
Nice.
I'm a 90s baby, so I feel like my
too.
influencers, I know, are pretty typical. So, I mean, I like
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. It's not very telling of the 90s. It's like old head, but not like that. I like Stevie Wonder, but like Sade, the band. I like Anita Baker. I like Aaliyah, acts like that.
Oh, Emma LaRoe, her band was great. Or Lorax.
Yes, I love her
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And Groove
Me too.
Theory.
Emma. Is it LaRoe or
I think
Lorax?
I have no idea how to
LaRue?
pronounce
LaRue,
it.
I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Groove Theory. Yeah.
You
She's got some beautiful music.
For real?
She has a beautiful voice.
Oh, that song. Okay, anyway, enough of me. Sorry.
I like Shaka Khan and Rufus.
Oh, yeah.
I like a lot of groups where it's like a woman on the front end. I guess kind of similar to this setup.
Those always happen to be my favorite bands too. Honestly.
Yeah.
I love Richie Havens. It's not very 90s, from like the 70s. I like Aaron Neville. I sung an Aaron Neville song when I auditioned.
I was like, yeah, and I was like, whoa, okay.
I know. Hey, I felt comfortable
It was,
singing that vocally, so it's kind of all over the place.
and you were actually surprisingly loud. I remember that. It was great. I was like, oh. I think I literally did that when you started singing it. You probably didn't notice because you were probably singing like this. Like,
Yeah.
So you probably
And my
didn't really
eyes
notice.
closed, just looking anywhere else. And just like,
While me was just like,
All right. I would have liked to see that too. Yeah.
Oh, me next.
Your turn.
yes, Rufus.
There's this band I really like. They broke up, I think, a couple years ago. They're called Let Live, and it's fronted by this like scrawny dude with a humongous beard, and he's just like running around all over the place on stage, just making a fool, hurting himself. But the way that the band and him wrote the music, the way he expresses himself through his vocals and his lyrics, it just made me really inspired and kind of helped me put me on a path to wanting to pursue music. Because before I just practiced and played, but I didn't want to do anything with it. But seeing him go crazy on stage, it just really inspired me.
Nice. Okay. So if you could meet one of your musical influences and have a conversation with them, who would you choose?
Oh boy. Well, for me, automatically Victor Wooten, because I walk up to him like this, and he would look at me probably the same way, like, and out from like the ether, I'll just pull out a bass. I'll just start doing my thing, and he would literally just from his shoe would pull out his bass and just start playing back, and that's how we would say hello.
This is like
and then I would stop, play a bass line while he does his little solo thing, and that's him talking. And then he would stop, play a little bass line, and I would do my solo thing, that's me talking, and then we're just doing. I put mine back in the ether, he puts his back in the shoe, and we walk away.
Okay,
so you have this all painted out. Yeah, perfect vision of it.
In this scenario, who's Deadpool and who's the Mask?
I've dreamt of this moment. For about I've dreamt of this for a long time. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna try and hide it. Yeah, I've thought about this since I first saw him play. I was like, oh, that's how I want to say hello. So yeah, it's weird, but yep, that's how I would do it. Victor Wooten.
Cool. Whoever wants to go first.
I guess I would meet the guy previously I was talking about. His name is Jason Elon Butler. My first question was how much crack he smokes in backstage, because he just goes nuts. Like, he's got to be taking caffeine pills before he goes out and snaps his arm again for like the 8th time in a row.
It's just
There's one time,
man.
there was a video, a security guard thought he was someone from the crowd, and he tried grabbing on him, and Jason turns around and starts kneecapping because he's getting mad. He's got his stage persona on, so he's like trying to fight the security guard, and then the security guard notices him and he walks away. But yeah, it's just like, where do you get this energy from? Is it just the stage? Does it give you some type of adrenaline? It's nuts. So I guess that's my one thing I would ask him.
Stage can do something to people, man.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I couldn't really think of one person. I wouldn't mind interviewing Shaka Khan. She's still living.
Oh yeah.
My mom always teases me that I'm into dead people. I would like to interview Minnie Riperton and Amy Winehouse.
Oh, Amy.
I really like her lyrics. Are so simple. And sometimes they don't even rhyme, but because the way she's singing it, it just meshes so well. I love
that flow.
Yeah, she was a really good storyteller in her lyrics.
It's fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. Amy. Okay. So each of you have professions and career aspirations outside of Kneverlette. Could you all share what they are?
Well, I mean, with me, what I do now is I work at a factory as a heavy machine operator and a forklift driver. But what I loved at the time, but what I loved, back to it. But what I loved, my first real job that I liked was actually where they all met me at Guitar Center. I loved interacting with people, and what was funny.
You're good at it.
Well, thank you. What was funny was that my goal wasn't to like, oh, let me upsell you and make you spend all your money. Like, no, it's like, let's be practical. There are such things as returns that can really screw you up.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? I know what you want, but you don't want to spend this much. Let's go over here. And I would try and make it practical, make them feel comfortable with spending the money that they want to spend. Because there is such thing as upselling, which is good, but again, you're probably taking every bit of money that person has, and there's always that sense of doubt with everybody. Like when they walk out, like, man, I just spent $2,500. Is this worth it? Like, there's always that sense. But then there's, you know what? I came in there with 25. I only spent maybe $1,000. I feel good about this. It's a feeling kind of thing. And then they know that, they have someone there that they can trust.
Absolutely.
So that's, building a trust, building a relationship, and being able to help people bring out the music in them. we had a little conversation about that off camera. What's
Yes.
cool. We'll go back to that.
Yes, we need to
We'll-
revisit
yeah,
that.
yeah, we'll go
That
back to
was
that.
good.
We'll go back to that. But still, it's like building that relationship and making someone or helping someone being able to explore the musical side was my favorite part. So going back into music retail would be something I'd want to do in the future.
Nice. I like that.
Thank you.
Oh, me. Uh, music is kind of the only career I wanted. I went to school for a little while to study X-ray, to be an X-ray technician, and I really, really, really hated it. So I started going into music at some point. I think it was the end of the first semester. Called up my dad and said, "Yeah, I hate this.
Yeah.
I really don't want to do this anymore." And he was like totally understanding. And yeah, ever since then, I've only had like normal jobs. Like I worked at a Jewel and a Dollar General, typical jobs. But other than that, music or anything to do with sound. I did an internship for Governor State University for a couple of months, and that was really fun, working on a stage, watching a whole bunch of performances for free.
Nice.
But yeah, anything to do with sound really is just kind of my career aspiration.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely stick with that because I know it's a challenge for us creatives because
Yeah,
you
always
know
trying to find the next job.
and working in between that while pursuing your creative pursuits, and then sometimes family or friends you listen to like input from others possibly, and
Yeah.
it can be a challenge, but I'm glad that you all are staying true to yourselves and your craft and doing what you love to do, because that's what life's about. I feel like you should be pursuing your purpose, doing what you feel called to do. So I think that's really important.
Definitely.
I have a waitress. I've worked in a daycare. I did baby photography, and
You did
now
what?
I'm doing social work.
Like diapers and stuff?
Yeah, I worked in a daycare. You
Toddlers? Like baby shoes?
baby shoes. Like, I don't know. You're interacting with the children. Sorry. You're cleaning after them. You're giving them breakfast and lunch, changing diapers, going out for walks. I love that part. I
Going for
love
walks?
recess. I love going for recess. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go get your coat on so we can go outside. Like, it was just as I needed that too. Like, yeah.
First thing I thought of was you walking the child with the lead.
No.
It's not a kennel.
But yeah,
Sorry.
right now,
Excuse
I
me.
do social
So
work.
mean.
So I work for an agency in the south suburbs.
Nice. So, like, what made you go into social work? And
That's really typical. I wanted to help people. Everybody,
Which is good.
Yeah, everybody says that.
Nothing wrong with it.
But I kind of fell into it when I went to a small Christian college, and I should have did more research, but I wanted to find a way where maybe I could minor and major in something. So I wanted to minor in film, but at my school I would have to like minor in communication and everything that came with that. And I was like, I already struggled with the 3 speech courses, and it's like it's more speech courses in communication. I'm like, I punked out. I took like a nonlinear editing class, and I don't know, I tried to fit in as much film as I could with my electives, and I struggled academically, juggling gospel choir, which was why it was so cool when I met Javi in academics. So I couldn't really do all that. But anyway, so I couldn't do film, so I just focused on social work, and here I am. After it took forever. I had to apply everywhere.
yeah,
But
that's really cool to have a heart for the people. And you mentioned your passion for film. Do you think you would ever like revisit your passion for film?
I'm trying to.
I'm gonna say yes, because I plan on getting a camera and she's gonna direct the music video.
That would be cool.
Awesome.
And I was going to say my boyfriend bought me a camera. I haven't used it as
Nice.
much. But yeah, I'm also like, I wanted to be like behind and in front of the camera. I always wanted to do like documentaries and like, show injustices and things like that. Like real documentary to the point where like people like my life is threatened. So, like
Okay.
yeah, after the so-and-so
Risk
interview,
taker.
my tires were slashed, like stuff like that. Because I'm uncovering some stuff,
Let's do it.
I wanted to do that. I'm going to embark on acting classes, so that will be exciting later this month. Just to, I always
Awesome.
wanted to,
Can you be in
why not?
Can you be in a Lifetime movie?
Yes.
Maybe.
That would be that would be really funny. Like you know what I'm talking about? Those really
With
cheesy
those
Lifetime
obvious
movies.
titles, I know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The crazy boyfriend from down the street, starring Stephanie Hobson.
Directed by Stephanie Hobson. In a world. Okay, stop.
You guys are funny. That's great. Yes, definitely go back to your passions. I think now is like the perfect time for us to like do some of everything that we want to do.
Yeah.
So,
Everything's going good, so why not?
yeah. Especially while, you have the time for sure. What do you think is your individual purpose in life?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna weave in what we talked about
Yes,
off camera on
revisit
this
that.
because what I want, at least with music, what I wanted to do musically is, people have pent up energy, whether it's anger, sadness, happiness, and not everyone can express all that at once. So with music, you go to a show or you listen to a song, everyone's done it where you're sad, you're going to sleep and you put on your headphones and you're like, oh, Purple Rain, something, or you're angry and you listen to a heavy metal song by Slipknot or you're feeling edgy, so you go ahead and listen to Eminem song or something. I don't know, whatever. But it's like everybody, no matter who you are, has done something like that with music, and everybody has an ear for it, no matter no matter if you've practiced it or not. If a song is out of key randomly, someone who's inexperienced will pick it up. It happens. That's how that's how the human body is able to work. That everybody has that kind of connection with music and art. So I mean, with me, what I want to do is just be able to have people express that a little more. I want to make people feel better. I want to be able to make people express things that maybe they have pent up or that they have bottled in that they just should let out. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you get into an argument after you're done with all your shouting, you're like, oh, energy feels good. Or like back in the day, we had those old phones, the old ones, with the circle things.
I love those.
Like, screw me, screw you, bam, and you're like, oh, that felt good. Oh, I'm gonna make cupcakes. Something like that. It feels good. So I mean, with my goal, I want to be able to just make people feel better and hopefully be able with my music to bring people to explore it more, whether it's a thing they want to pursue or just a hobby. It's a fun hobby.
Yeah.
So, it's hopefully make people's lives more artistic in one way or another.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's a fun hobby. It's a fun hobby to hobby.
Yes.
That's definitely art therapy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same thing as why I pursue music, just to it kind of the exact thing that he said. It's just to
Yeah.
make people feel better. Like it made me feel better.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm not sure really what my purpose is in life. I'm always trying to decide or figure that out. I have a cheesy purpose, possibly for myself is what?
I said cheddar.
Cheddar. I'm lactose intolerant.
You said cheesy.
Well,
That's a lie. She downs cheesecake every night.
I did that to myself. Is to like see people. So like with my role as a social worker, I'm seeing people in the madness of their lives or like at their all-time low or in the height of their hardship and trying to help them see through a resolution or connect them to resources or if there is no alternative, like there is nothing I can help you with, but what else can we do with like what our other strengths? And even with film or acting, like if I'm acting and I'm conveying a character, it's conveying beauty in people, it's conveying ugliness in people. And I don't know, it's maybe a waste of a career of acting. People people may see it to be. Like, people spend hours watching television, you know, so
People spend hours watching YouTube.
YouTube,
Yeah.
YouTube too. But I would say just seeing people, seeing the beauty in them, seeing, I don't know, just seeing people. Maybe that's my purpose. I know it seems weird. I don't know how to really articulate that, but
My purpose is to see people.
leave me alone.
That's beautiful, you know, to be compassionate and to listen to people, because I mean that is truly a gift, because a lot of people, you know, they talk but they don't truly listen.
Yeah.
Or they listen to respond opposed to like really understand.
Mhm.
So I think that's a really beautiful gift that you have to offer the world. So that's, you know, it's not silly at all. That's,
No, it's
that's
not.
beautiful. Okay. So what are some of your hobbies?
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
If I'm not with music, me personally, if I'm not with music, I have two beautiful cats. I just love to
Those babies.
laser pointing, all that mess. It's fun. But, you know, whatever else happens, no matter what, you'll always find me. If I have free time and I got nothing to do, you'll find me on a video game or two. You'll find me trying to beat an old game that I couldn't beat when I was younger, because screw new games. I can't do them. They're boring to me. But older games, boy, ooh, you can find me. You can find me getting frustrated, raging at the old PS2.
Yeah.
Ah! Like that. I do. And I'm a rager. I get mad, but it's fun. So if it's not music or my cat, it's video games.
It's not
Nice.
cooking. You don't like to cook. It seems like you like to.
I love to cook. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just if I have food like already made, I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cook again. I'm gonna go play some games. Put that in the microwave. Come back in 2 minutes. But if I was given a house with a nice big stove, oven, and all the goodies, oh yeah, and if I had people to feed, it's just me
Throw
right now.
down.
If I had people to feed, oh boy, every day. Hey, you want some breakfast? I got lunch. I got whatever you want. I got you.
Nice.
So since it's just me right now, video games. But if it's like if they happen to like come over, I really want to cook for them. Or if I have guests over, I would insist on cooking for them. Or maybe eventually when I had a family, I'd be like, well, you guys are gonna eat good.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Also video games. I played a lot of Xbox 360, PS2. My first ever console that I played on was a Nintendo 64. But yeah, when I was in middle school, early high school, all I did was play video games with my cousins. Just play Call of Duty all day as soon as we'd get out of school. I also have a cat as well.
I have two.
My
Cat
darling
lovers.
little angel.
Both
Yeah,
of you
well,
are cat lovers.
I can
How about it?
give my one more attention than your two. And then a little chihuahua and a pug. The pug gives me life with each snort.
Oh.
It's just so great.
It's literally how it sounds. She sounds.
And then eating, not cooking.
Yes, eating. Yeah.
Eating.
You can't go wrong with eating.
Yeah. Hate to see a treadmill.
Wait until you have my chorizo. Wait. Okay, that's okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just ignore that.
I want to know, what is your favorite video game? Both of you.
Video game. Super Mario 64.
Oh man.
Straight off the bat.
A game I can go back. There's two games I can go back to. It's for Sega. It's my very first game I ever had.
Yes, I had Sega.
As much as I love fighting games, like Street Fighter, and as much as I love shooters, which would be Contra, hardcore, the game I always go back to is Streets of Rage. It's you're just walking through the screen, beating people up, and going to the next screen. That's all it is. And it actually gets surprisingly difficult. And I love how difficult it progresses, and just the game is actually pretty long. So yeah, for me, it's Streets of Rage. I remember playing it with my dad, by myself, with my uncle, by myself. It was fun. So Streets of Rage.
Okay,
Sega.
mine would be Aladdin on Sega Genesis.
Oh, I got that one. I got it.
My favorite.
Where you get the sword, and you're like,
Yes.
and then Genie pops up to give you hints of what you're doing.
Absolute
Oh yeah,
favorite.
fighting Jafar was just the worst.
Yeah.
You Sega
Yeah.
kids make me sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go all the way back to Sega.
Sega's awesome.
I don't know anything about that Atari, but Sega.
Atari,
that was
Atari, I got that
before
too.
my time. You said.
I got Atari.
Nice.
Sega can do what Nintendo can't. It's a reference to a very old commercial.
I'm Scott Malcolm.
It's a very old commercial, by the way.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I just remembered that.
Well, you suck.
Oh, you suck. I'm Scott Malcolm.
Yeah.
Nice. Your turn, Stephanie.
My hobbies, I love to dance. I love to dance to African music, soca. My favorite singer is Danny Gobo. He's a Congolese singer. I like longboarding. I like walking. I can walk anywhere. And I like just exploring new places, even if it's local. It's like, oh, let me go down this street. I don't know. I just like exploring, traveling new places.
We should go classic and go like exploring in local woods and forest preserves and stuff. I always like doing that. You know, walk off the path and go into the forest and just chill.
I did that once with my roommate, and I ended up being mad at her because it was like it's getting dark.
Right,
that's the best time to do it, man.
That's time to do it.
That wasn't too fun.
Yeah, when it's dark out.
I don't know about that.
And then you hear the deer in the background.
Right.
As long as we're back on the path,
Working out before
as long as we're back
getting
on
ready
the
to go
path
out.
by the time it gets dark. But
Yeah. There was this one
I like
time me and
pavement.
my friends went into a forest preserve and it got dark out and there's like no lights. So I've seen deer out there and they will attack you. So I go in with this tire iron and then some other dude walks out and I just got my hood up. I'm walking in. And then the next day I saw him at Jewel. He was like, "You're that guy."
You're that guy walking in the woods
I don't know what
by
you're talking
yourself
about.
with the crowbar.
And then I see him every other time. It was really funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll mess with those deer.
Oh, the antlers.
Yeah, because I went to Dominican University and they had like deer like late at night because I was working in the fashion lab. I walked to the doors to catch the bus back to the
It's like the
campus. There was a deer waiting right outside. I was like, oh, never mind.
Oh,
I walked the other way.
It was waiting.
Like, nope.
It was literally waiting.
It was like 5 steps just waiting there. I was like,
Gonna catch these
yeah,
deer's
never
hands
mind.
if you come out here.
It's like, these
I
tiny
guess I don't
hooves could
really
do some
need to
big
catch
damage.
that bus after all.
I'm gonna rock your body with heavy punches to the body.
Yeah. And that actually kind of leads into my next question where we're
About deer?
No.
Okay.
But like kind of Stephanie mentioned she likes to travel and go different places. If you could travel anywhere in the world this year, where would you go?
Oh boy. Well, I like to go back to Puerto Rico. That's more of a pleasure thing. Meet some family, maybe help out with some of they're still recovering from the disaster.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably want to go there and help out if I can, see what's going on. But just for me to go somewhere just to knock it off my bucket list, man, I'll go to Norway.
Nice.
Man, Norway, they got a really good art scene, whether it's the visual arts or audible arts with music. Is that audible art with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it seems like a really good place to explore, both for music and just to go somewhere new. And it's it's not your typical place everyone wants to go. Like, where do you want to go? I want to go London. I want to go France and Paris. Like, no, I want to go to Norway. Just the whole Norway. I want to go through all of Norway. That's me.
Cool.
I would want to go to Japan. That's always just a place I wanted to go to as a kid. I grew up liking a lot of Japanese
Nani?
stuff. And yeah, watching a lot of animes like Dragon Ball and Naruto.
Oh yeah.
I really liked the idea of samurais when I was a kid. I liked swords. So any Japanese culture really has always interested me. If not Japan, then Ireland.
Okay.
My dad's Irish. And he's always talked about going, and it kind of made me want to go. It kind of rubbed off. So Japan or Ireland, mainly Japan though. Japan looks beautiful.
Sounds good.
I don't really have a reason. But either Alaska
Ooh.
Ooh.
or Mongolia
Bob Ross is from
in
Alaska.
central part of Africa, or anywhere along the Ivory Coast. That's where I would be. Over there.
It's cool.
Eaten by sharks.
No.
Don't even.
Yeah, we want
Ocean
that.
is scary, man.
Yeah, stay away from that.
You know, I once wrestled an alligator.
Did
Just
you?
Yeah. You'd
Is
never
it-
guess how big it was.
Was it that time I saved you
Wait,
from the
where-
whale?
Where
That
was
big.
this?
Yeah, what was this?
It was in Florida. I went with my aunt.
Oh, you
I,
tell
I
me
tell,
that.
I tell everybody, it's like I went and wrestled an alligator, but no one asked how big it was. But I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, it was like
Getting
that
ready
big.
to go for it.
It was like that
It
big.
was a
and,
baby.
Alligators?
its mouth was rubber banded on. So
Oh, okay.
Well, at least I had that rubber band there. 'Cause
the thing hit me in the face. I had it. It's like doing this, and it was like, whoosh, and I was like, oh, that's literally what I did too. Oh,
Reminds me of Johnson Family Vacation. Do you remember that scene?
I do, Twinkie. And then with the name like Twinkie.
Cedric and was like, let's go.
So, name an individual goal you like to achieve this year.
Be healthier.
That's a good one.
That's pretty much it. Be healthier so I can further pursue my dreams and also just set a good example overall. You know, I know everyone's doing the whole vegan, vegetarian thing every now and then, but it's like, you know, then there are those who are kind of, I'm just going to use the term close-minded, even though not everyone's close-minded about it. Just, you know, some people just don't understand it fully, you know, so, you know, balancing out your diet can actually lead to a better and healthier life, and you'll be able to do more.
Absolutely.
You know? So that's one thing I want to be able to achieve is, you know, just become healthier so I could become an example to where, you know, you don't have to give up what you like 100%, but you should know how to counterbalance. So, yeah. Again, my thing always has to do with helping the world somehow or another, helping myself become a better person. So, I guess that's it. Yes.
Excellent goal to have.
Be better next year than I was this year.
Absolutely. You got this.
Nope. I didn't know how to celebrate that. That was the best I got.
Well, I'm still currently in school, so I just kind of want to start and have a first successful year of being a junior.
I just want to finish.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You are going to make it to
I
that
know that
finish
feeling.
line.
I hope so. But yeah, it's start school, have a good first year, semester, and just be done with it.
You're almost there. So,
Halfway.
halfway.
I dropped, so I mean, good for you, man, for sticking to it.
Try my best.
Seriously.
My goal is always to try to be on time, which I messed that up today. Because I
did too.
struggle with timeliness. But I do. Leave me alone. I guess another goal, kind of like tying into, I don't know, what you're doing, Brianna. Like, Brianna designed my look, like, for the shoot. I don't know if it's
Styled
incorporated
this
in the,
time.
you styled it. I don't know. I guess I want to take better care of myself, like, because I treated myself to a haircut and I got my nails done, I got makeup done. I don't
See?
you all know I don't do this
Yeah, I know.
at all. And you know, it felt good. I know it's so lame and
Treat
weird
yourself.
to say.
Why not?
I know,
Yes.
especially
wouldn't-
like with social work, like self-care. I think I'm a fine financially because I'm all about saving money.
Which is not a bad thing.
Choosing
do.
to
Yeah.
maintain something because this was fun, but because I never do this, so I want to thank you. So I guess I want to take better care of
Absolutely.
myself.
Yes.
Treat yourself.
Yeah,
Pamper yourself sometimes. Treat
it's
yourself.
great. It's fun.
I'm gonna take
I'm
some tips
learning.
from you about saving because I'm working on that. My goals this year. I got this. It's an app called Digit, and it automatically takes money out of your account, puts it in the
Oh, I've
savings.
seen that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's handy.
Um,
Maybe we should get that.
Yeah, it is because I won't think to like, oh, let me take this out and put it aside towards
Yeah.
this. So it helps me.
I think my biggest problem is that I don't save money like that. I save money. Part of my diet lately has been not eating because of money. That's a big problem. But
Yes,
it's
it
like
is.
it's like
Yeah.
I'll have money. I'll have like $20, and I'll be like, what can I do with this money? I could go get something to eat. My cats are hungry. I'm gonna go buy them some cat food. Like I would buy the cats food before I go get myself something to eat.
That's
Hey.
love.
And
Those are darling babies.
I love them.
You
They're
gotta
so cute.
keep them fat.
They are.
They're so adorable. I love them.
We should have a cat play date. I always say that because we all have
Oh.
cats.
Retina will kill.
Frodo's gonna run.
Yeah.
My cat.
Retina's gonna scream. Mango's gonna.
Yeah.
And Rosie's also gonna run.
My cat's.
Perfect. You all both love cats. Like,
One of my cats has Down syndrome.
No, he.
No, he doesn't.
If you just look at him, he's like this the whole time. Like. And then when you pick him up,
Mango is very, very friendly. He used to play me a lot of times. Come around, but
Oh, yeah, he
he's
would.
warmed up
Oh,
to
yeah.
me now.
she'll go to pet him. He'll be like, no.
Yeah, he's like, oh. I'm like, really? Come on, Mango.
cats are quirky to me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. mhm.
They have
Not my
characters
Frodo,
for
though.
sure.
Oh, my two cats are completely different. They're just the most different. They have none of the same characteristics at all.
Yeah. I'm more of a dog person. I've already have my future dog named. I want a teddy bear dog, Bailey Charleston.
Mm.
One day.
Man, I had a dog once. That's all I got for you. Nah, he's a puppy. He's puppy. I tried to take care of him, and it just became a little too much. I guess maybe the quick story is I found him in my backyard after a while because my cats kept hissing at the window. Took him in, I fed him, took care of him as much as I could, tried to house train him. But it became I also worked 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to keep him in a cage because I couldn't trust him around the house. He wasn't housebroken. And it just came to a point where he ended up actually hurting himself.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I don't have the time that he needs, so I had to give him up. But what was it, 2 months, 3 months I had him?
Ow.
I'd say 2 months.
I never
Little
even
less
got
than
to
that.
meet
I
him.
think just a month.
But just a month because it felt longer. It was so nice having him.
Felt
was-
long because he's a lot of work.
Yeah, it was fun. It was so fun. But for his well-being, I had to take him to the shelter and hope someone else could give him a better home than I could.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That was fun. I like the dog. Every morning go for a walk.
Yeah.
I'll go play with him and we get rough with each other. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah. Animals definitely require attention. I don't think I'd be able to dedicate that much time. So eventually, when I can,
Get a
can't just
cat.
leave the dog. I'm allergic
Oh,
to
even
cats.
cats. Yeah. Oh,
I didn't know
I'm
that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cats even require kittens.
Get a
require
hairless cat.
attention. Oh,
They make them.
Sphinx.
I mean, they exist.
make
Wait,
them?
wait.
They make hairless.
Right. This
Package.
is new that I'm hearing. Hairless cats.
Factory package $29.99.
With the Petco card, save 10%.
You guys are funny.
Includes batteries.
Ugh. Oh. The things that went through my mind.
You guys are hilarious. This has been such a fun first episode. I really enjoyed you all's company
Top that
today.
next people on the show.
Right. A tough act to follow, huh? But yes, I really enjoyed this.
Is it wrong
was
that
wonderful.
I pre-called out the next guest?
Yeah, you pop punk kid.
They're like, bring it on. Bring your A game. Thank you all for tuning in. That was a great episode with Kneverlette. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Virtual Style Mania, and I will see you all next time.